Alright guys, welcome back for more gaming news. It's again every time here, and tonight we will discuss about new upcoming headset, Valve Index 2, inclusive of its release date with all latest news and rumors surrounding it. The Valve Index virtual reality headset offers one of the best VR experiences you can get at home. With the success it has seen in the VR space, it's a safe bet that a Valve Index 2 could already be in development, and we're already seeing hints of what it could contain ahead of any official unveiling. A sequel device would make sense, even with the device's high price tag. 16% of all Steam VR users own a Valve Index, according to official figures at the time of this video. That's the third most used VR headset, so with that kind of success, we'd expect Valve to want to come back for more with a follow-up. There is currently no official information as to when the Valve Index 2 could be released, so guesses are just stabs in the dark right now. We do know the original Valve Index came out in 2019, so given that other headset iterations have taken at least 2 years, we could expect an announcement later this year. However, thanks to disruptions caused by COVID-19 in 2020, it's more likely that an announcement would come in 2022 or later. A release date next year also feels like the best we could hope for. Once again, there isn't anything solid about how much a Valve Index 2 would cost, but we can make some educated guesses. Given that the Valve Index was priced at $999 or £919, we'd expect an improved headset to cost at least as much, though we wouldn't say no to a price drop if possible. We also know that the Oculus Quest 2 and Oculus Rift S, both much cheaper VR options, are the most popular headsets on Steam. Their collective 43% share of the market is one Valve likely wants to eat into, so we wouldn't be surprised to see it release a budget competitor. This could mean that Valve will release two separate headsets, one targeting the high-end, one a more accessible all-in-one mobile device. But while rumors suggest that isn't out of the question, we wouldn't know what it is planning until an official announcement. Here's where we start to build a picture of what the Valve Index 2 and other Valve VR products could look like thanks to a recently filed patent. As we learn more, we'll update our channel to keep you up to date. The Valve Index 2 could be wireless, with wired capabilities becoming optional for some version of the headset. The patent shows 3 different headsets that explore different options between being wireless and standalone, like the Oculus Quest 2, or wirelessly connecting to a PC. The patent also details new comfort options, such as new methods for distributing heat and weight more effectively for each design of VR headset. With all patents, we have to take the information with a pinch of salt. There's no guarantee that it means Valve will produce a headset with these features, but it shows that the company is continuing to develop VR tech. While the Valve Index is a fantastic VR headset, it's by no means perfect. While this isn't a direct issue with the last Valve Index headset, games are nonetheless an important factor for all gaming hardware. There are some fantastic VR games out there like Valve's own Half-Life Alyx, but a platform can't be built on just a couple of titles. If Valve wants to commit to VR, we don't just want to see a brilliant device, but we want them to make more games to play on it. Be that a Half-Life Alyx sequel, a VR adaptation of another IP like Portal, or a completely new IP from this studio. The quality of the games will also be important, but a bit more quantity wouldn't go amiss. In an interview, the Half-Life Alyx Robin Walker director mentioned wanting to make an XCOM VR game, so maybe we could have something like that to look forward to. Facebook recently unveiled its plans for a controller-less Arkansas experience using hand tracking, and we'd like to see similar tech come to VR too. The hand tracking looks like it was ripped straight out of a sci-fi world, and we'd love to see something like it be introduced in every VR headset going forward. Well, it's more likely that we'd see it in future Oculus devices, such as the rumored Oculus Quest 3. Valve could be developing their own version of the tech for a future headset. Base stations are devices that help the Valve Index and other headsets like the HTC Vive track users, their headset and their controller in a room-scale virtual environment. While they made the headset perform, we hope that a Valve Index 2 would drop them. Base stations aren't the worst things in the world, but if you ever want to change up your room or just dust it, and you nudge one of the sensors, you have to go through the whole recalibration process again. It's tedious, and we could do without having to put up with them, especially as other headsets like the Oculus Rift S do fine without base stations. The Valve Index used 2 screens that have 1440 into 1600 pixels, one for each eye. While the image is ultra crisp, better screens wouldn't be unexpected, especially given that the Apple VR headset is rumored to be using dual 8K screens, that's 7680 into 4320 pixels. We feel like 8K is a bit overkill, but there's a nice sweet spot between that and what we currently have, which would be nice to see on a Valve Index 2. All people are made differently, so one-size-fits-all headset is difficult to pull off and make comfortable. With that in mind, we'd like Valve to go deeper into the ergonomics of a Valve Index 2, adding new straps and features to make it more customizable. This would let everyone tweak the headset to their needs, and make sure more VR experiences can be enjoyed. The Valve Index's controllers included some haptic feedback and clever designs to make the virtual world feel more realistic. Though while it's good, we'd like to see it go further in the future. Apple has patented haptic socks that could be compatible with its VR and Arkansas devices, so we know that some companies are already thinking about this stuff. A few extra haptic peripherals for the Valve Index 2 could be an awesome way to dial the realism of VR up to 11. It could even be standalone. Wireless Valve Index VR headsets could be on the way, if a recently granted patent in the US is anything to go by. The document details both a standalone device like the Oculus Quest 2, as well as a wireless version that would connect to an external device, such as a PC. There are 3 designs in total exploring the 2 ideas, showing that Valve is putting a lot of thought into comfort for future Index headsets. The models aren't just wireless, but include new methods for distributing heat, and come with ergonomic features to make adjusting the device more simple. While the patent likely gives us an insight into what the next Valve Index could look like, we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. There's never a guarantee that patents will be turned into actual products, and the 3 designs do not mean we'll get 3 new Valve Index variants in the near future. But they point to interesting ideas being considered somewhere deep in the Valve labs right now. With that warning out of the way, let's forget it for a second and get our hype trains fired up. What are we excited to see in an upcoming Valve VR headset based on these designs? At the top of our list is of course the wireless aspect. Wires have a habit of getting in the way in VR. There's that fear you might trip over them, and that tethered feeling can reduce your sense of immersion. The Oculus Quest and Quest 2 thrive as a standalone product, so the next Valve Index could too, and a wireless headset could offer the best of both worlds. As evidenced by the Oculus Quest 2, a wireless headset with decent internal specs can not only deliver convincing and immersive mobile VR experiences, but optional high-speed USB-C connections to a PC can then potentially unlock all that a desktop-tethered PC VR experience can offer too. Beyond that, while comfort is a big plus, the best detail in the whole document is that a Valve Index 2 could be on the way at all. Given that it was filed back in September 2020, over a year after the Valve Index first launched, the document shows that Valve has spent some time and effort considering its next device. Hopefully, this means one is coming, and with the news that an Oculus Quest 3 and PSVR 2 are both in development, it points to a healthy future for virtual reality fans. And there you have it. Everything that we know about this upcoming title so far. Some additional info might be unveiled over the course of time, so make sure to check back as we'll be updating our channel as soon as more information get revealed from developers and all that. So guys, that's it. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then give this video a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Till then, peace.